It's sad to see Channel Awesome fall so far from grace because now it's the end of an internet era. Hello, Cat the Controversy here, and I'm kind of sad to see Channel Awesome fall and become a shell of its former self, having pretty much all the contributors leave it. And now it's the end of an era. It's the end of the collaborative video sites. What am I talking about? Well, for those of you who don't know, Channel Awesome was a website that hosted various different users. You had most notably Nostalgia Critic Doug Walker, but you also had Brad Jones, the Cinema Snob, Todd in the Shadows, Nostalgia Chick, Obscurus Lupa, Larry Bundly Jr., Gaming Wildlife, and so many other different content creators. And it was a place where everyone would come together and they would just share their content and share their audience. And they weren't the only ones out there. Off the top of my head, you had also Retroware TV, That Fellow with the Coat, Normal Boots, Hidden Block, Final Bosses, and I know that there's plenty of others out there. So what was the point of these sites? Well, back in the days of the internet, back when it was still kind of new, there wasn't really any money on YouTube. If you wanted to make money on the internet, you didn't go to YouTube. You went to Blip, blip.tv, or Rever. Or I think there were a couple of others, but Blip.tv and Rever were the two largest websites that you would go to. And why would you go to these sites? Because they'd pay you. They ran ads, and you could choose what the ads were, and they gave you a 50-50 split. Wow. It's kind of crazy to think that they're gone now. But yeah, it was great. Great way to monetize your content. Only problem being is that there wasn't really any audience out there for Blip. People didn't go to blip.tv in order to find new content. No, they discovered you through YouTube. So, what a lot of content creators do? Well, they would join one of these collaborative sites and they'd get a Blip account and they'd embed their videos there using Blip. And that's how they'd share their audience and that's how they'd get people to use their Blip players. And it wasn't just that. It wasn't just about the money, because if you wanted to do that, you could just make your own site. But there was more to this. You were part of a community when you joined one of these collaborative sites. You weren't just Catholic Controversy or Pokematic or the Nostalgia Critic or the Happy Video Game Nerd. No, you were part of the Retroware crew or the Channel Awesome crew or the Normal Boots crew or the Final Bosses guys. You were part of a community. A lot of these people, when you'd see these crossovers, they weren't just like doing a collab just for doing a collab. No, most of these guys, they'd be doing it with their friends on the different crossover collab aggregate sites. Norm the Gaming Historian and Derek the Happy Video Game Nerd, they did collaborations. Whenever you'd watch Game Chasers and they'd go to the different conventions, they'd always be hitting up the Retroware fans and meeting up with the Retroware guys. Same thing with Channel Awesome. They'd always be doing the crossover movies. And it was just a community. It was a place where you would go and you'd meet generally like-minded creators. A lot of the guys on these websites, they'd be doing the same sort of thing. They'd be doing movie reviews or angry reviews or video game reviews or retro tech or all sorts of different crazy things. And it was just a place where, okay, you build a tiny little community on YouTube, but then you'd be part of an even larger community. And you'd bring your fans with you there, and then the other people in that community be their fans to you. And you just share your content and share your community and share your fans. Because chances are, if you enjoyed one guy's content, you'd enjoy another guy's content. That's how I discovered most of the video game guys that I subscribe to now. I discovered Yuri of Wind through GotGame.com. I discovered Game Chasers, Lazy Game Reviews, Gaming Historian. Let's see. I also sort of discovered Pat the NES Punk through Retroware TV. So, yeah, it's kind of crazy to just think that it's the end of the era. And why is Channel Awesome the only one that really kind of stuck around? It's hard to really pinpoint. I know that like with Retroware TV, a lot of the big guys like Pat and Derek and Norm and Billy and Jay and Clint and a bunch of other guys, they just kind of stopped uploading there. Same thing kind of happened with Hidden Block and Final Bosses and Normal Boots. You don't even host videos on there anymore. You go to any of these sites, except for maybe that fellow with the coat.com, and most of them, they're kind of dead. They don't have people actively uploading to them anymore. They don't have people posting to them anymore. You might get one or two guys, or maybe even five guys, less than 2%, less than 10% of the creators normally are uploading to these, depending on how big they are. But you go to them, and it's like, okay, you got the site creator and site manager that are uploading to it, except for Channel Awesome. Channel Awesome really stuck around for a while. Channel Awesome, you still got a lot of people posting to it. Why did it change? Well, a lot of people would switch over. They'd go to their own sites. They'd make their own websites. They'd just focus on YouTube and stop trying to do this aggregator thing, which is sad because a lot of these guys, it was the aggregator site that built them. Yuri of Wind, I never would have discovered him if I didn't find his gaming mysteries on gotgame.tv. Pat the NES Punk, I probably would have found him at some point because he's just so popular. Probably would have started seeing him in recommended videos or whatnot, but I definitely wouldn't have found Gaming Historian or the Game Chasers because I wasn't searching for American pickers but with video games. I don't think I ever would have searched for that. But I found through them through Retroware TV. So yeah, it's kind of crazy to see them going. A lot of these guys, they do it professionally, and it's because of these aggregator sites. See, I think it was Linkara that said that he would not have been able to do this full time if it wasn't for Channel Awesome. Pretty sure you could say the same thing about pretty much everyone that does this full time that was once affiliated with Channel Awesome. And it's just hard to see these sites go because the internet's changed. I'm just guessing an old man on the internet now, even though I'm 24. Just crazy to see it. And I think at one point I wanted to actually kind of make my own crossover site. I wanted to do a collab site at one point, sort of. Either get on one of these sites or start one up with my friend. Unfortunately, I kind of stopped making videos after 5 videos. So it's not like that would have really lasted very long. It would have just been ccp and hdvideos.blogspot.com version 2.0. But yeah, who knows? Maybe there'll be something else someday. But till then, I think part of it was really just that Blip and Rever and Vidler and what was the other one? It was like Vessel. Pretty much all these sites just kind of went under. Now it's just YouTube. There's no real alternatives that do the revenue sharing like they used to. But yeah. Well, thanks for listening to me ramble about the glory days. This has been Catholic Controversy signing off. May God bless you.